Hey guys, it's Liz. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I prep for my clients. I'm just going to go from start to finish, what I do before they get here. This probably takes me, I've done it in like 2 minutes before because since I do work from home, I literally just have to wake up and get ready. But sometimes I do like to prep the night before. I'm just going to go ahead and show you what this whole process looks like. It's super simple, super easy. Let's get started. Okay, this is a little overview of my station over here. So if I have a new client, I always start off with a consent form, and it's gonna be right in here. But before that, I do spray my room, or I do work in a little corner in my living room, so I spray downstairs with this. This stuff is so amazing. If you guys don't have one of these sprays from Bath & Body Works, you need to do it. They're always on sale for 2 for $12. And this one just smells really good and fresh. It's linen and lavender, and they last for hours. So I always do a couple sprays of this before any client, or any client, just so the house smells extra good. And if they're new, of course, we need to have them sign consent forms. If you guys are not having your clients sign consent forms, you need to hop on that, because if they get an allergic reaction or something happens, they're gonna blame you for it. So I always like to place it right here in the middle of the bed. That way they know they have to sign it before they even lay down. And I'm going to grab a pen, and I just put the pen right here on top. Next, I like to line this little area with an esthetician wipe, also known as a 4x4 wipe. They're in here. It's the brand Fantasy. I got this when I was in school, so I don't know where you can buy this, but I'm sure you can get something similar at Sally's or Cosmo Pro or something like that. So I'm going to line this area with that. After I have my little 4x4 here, I like to place everything that I'm going to need on here so it's nice and sanitary. I do wipe this down after each client, but I just like to do this because it feels cleaner. So normally I typically use about 2 glue rings per client, depending on if it's a fill or a full set. Full set, definitely 2 glue rings, because I like to change my glue out every about 30 minutes. And these glue rings are split, so I change it about 4 times, so I just need 2 of those. So I like to place those there. And I always like to place these little lip wands out here because sometimes some of my clients will need a lash bath before I get started. So I'm gonna use those. I don't really use these anymore, but you can use these as well. And I will always need a little lash brush to brush the route to make sure there's no stickies and everything's fluffy. After I place those, I like to grab my gel pad. So my gel pad is going to be right in here. And these are my favorite ones. You can get these on Amazon. I think they're like maybe like $10 for 50 of them. It's super cheap, and these stick so good to the skin. I love these. So I'm going to place those there. After I grab the gel pad, I like to go down here, and I like to use my Aftercare blue sensitive tape. This is the only tape I will put on someone's eyes because, or not on their eyes, on their lashes, because it's more of like a gooey than a sticky type of tape, so it doesn't hurt at all when it comes off. So I love this. Sometimes I even use this instead of the gel pads if their skin is super oily. That way it'll stay down. And then down here I have, of course, my lash bath. I use the Bella Remove for now. I got this with my Elibana lash lift kit. It's super good for lash extensions, gets it super clean. And if they have excess makeup on their lid, I like to use this, my Solid Cleansing Water. I found that this doesn't affect the lashes at all, and it gets rid of all the makeup, so I like that. I also wanted to show you guys how I store my water when I do lash baths. So I got this at the nail supply store. I think it was like 99 cents. And this is filled with distilled water, and it's a little dropper. So it looks just like this. So instead of just pouring water on their eye, I just drop some to make sure it's extra clean, and I love this, and this lasts so long. So that's a little tip for you guys. And of course, what are lashes without glue? So this is where I like to store my lash glue. If you guys don't have one of these, it's really awesome. It really changed my life, I think. Changed my lash career, I guess. I think it stores the glue a lot better than just keeping your glue out in the open or keeping your glue in the original glue pouch. So this, you just press it, it opens just like that. And I like how there's 2 little compartments for glues. I like to have more than 1 glue on hand, and I do have more than one, but this is the only one currently opened. So I like to keep that in there. And also, here's a little tip for you guys. I like to shake my glue about 5 to 10 minutes before my client arrives. That way when they're here and laying down, I can just get started right away and I don't have to shake my glue for another 2 minutes or for another minute. So if I had a client at like 10 a.m., I would start shaking it at about 9:55 and I shake it for a good 2 minutes and I'll be all good to go. I have to grab this paper tape for my glue. I like to place it on top of my glue when I shake it. So I usually just cut a piece out and just put it right on here. That way every time I shake it, I can have a piece available for me. And of course, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna need to grab a little face mask. So I do have these disposable face masks. I ordered a cotton one, so I'm waiting for that to get in the mail. So I'll just kind of put that out here because I know I'm gonna need it. Okay, so like I said, I'm pretending that this is a new client. So every new client always gets a little quote unquote goodie bag. So I have these little bags right here, these little mesh bags. I have pink ones and I have white ones. I'm gonna go with pink today because it's a little cuter. And what I like to put in this is their lash brush that they're gonna take home so they can brush their lashes. And over here I have my Lash Aftercare cards. So I just like to grab one. Usually I have these ready, typically for clients, but I don't have any ready right now, so they're just gonna get one of these and they're gonna get a brush. And then I also typically have candy on hand, but I don't have that right now either. I'm gonna go to the store today for my next client and get this ready for her. So yeah, that goes in the lash bag, the little goodie, and it's an incentive to read this because I feel like if you just hand this to the client, they're gonna be like, they're just gonna throw it in their purse and they're not gonna care. But if it's in the bag with candy and with the brush that they're gonna need to brush their lashes, they're gonna be inclined to look at this. So I think it's really cool. These bags, I got them on AliExpress. I believe it was $2 or $3 for 50 of them. So it's a really good deal. And they have every single color. I just like white and pink because those are like my little aesthetic colors. But you can get any color that you want. It's awesome. And moving on to lashes. So here is how I store my classic lashes. I have 0.15D, 0.15C. I have some more in the back. I don't really use those trays. These are my most used. And then in here I have my volume lashes. So let's pretend we're doing a volume look. So I would just get this out, and what I like to do is make sure that this is filled. Especially if it's a new client, you don't really know what lengths you're gonna use. As you can see, I need some more 13s over here. I need some more 11s here. And the rest are okay. So I would fill those before I have a new client. That way I don't have to go back in here and then grab something. So I just like to leave that out here. And if you guys are wondering where I got these little cases from, they're from Michael's. I got like a whole big case of them for $15. I think it came with like 20 of them in there. So these are really cool. And I just use my little label machine to label them. I love that. So that way you don't get any dust on them while they're just sitting in your space wherever you have them. Of course, we're gonna need some tweezers. So I like to keep my tweezers in my sterilizer at all times after each client. That way they're nice and clean. The tweezers that I typically use are these boot tweezers. These are from Lash Glue. They were like 10 bucks on Amazon. Love them. I use them for volume and classic. And then these are my isolating tweezers. These are all right. I have another pair that I actually just bent. I dropped them. So I always keep my tweezers out here so I don't have to go in and grab them. Everything's just right here ready to go. And of course, after lashing is over, I will use this to fan my clients. That way they don't have any type of glue fumes going into their eyes. And then I have my mirror right here so they can see. Oh girl, that is not a good angle. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty simple. This takes me about 1 minute to do. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and I hope it helps you prep for your clients. If there's any other video requests that you guys have, please comment down below and don't forget to subscribe so you get notified whenever I post new videos. I will be doing a little lash setup tour, so definitely keep a lookout for that. I'm going to show you guys how I store everything, where I put my extra blankets, how I set up my bed, all that good stuff, so keep a lookout for that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!